me and my team, we take care of our herd of Asian elephants and greater one-horned rhinos. So today we're going to do what we call an enrichment presentation. How many of you guys have seen an enrichment presentation before? Okay, a couple people. How many of you guys were maybe around for World Elephant Day yesterday? Anybody come 2 days in a row? No? Mia? All right. Awesome. Well, yesterday we did a really elaborate enrichment presentation. Today is not going to be quite as cool, but it will still be fun because we're going to get to bring in our whole herd out here to come play with some of the enrichment that we set out. Now, I am going to ask you guys a couple of questions, okay? And if you know the answer, just go ahead and shout it out. Now, what do you guys see out here that is enrichment for our elephants? But first let me start. Do you guys know what enrichment is? Anybody? If you have an idea, shout it out. Food, yeah. Food can be enrichment. Anything else? Yes, environmental changes can be enrichment. Yes, you guys are experts at this. So enrichment is anything that is novel or new or stimulating for our elephants. So we are going to provide some enrichment out here. A lot of it is food. To try and provide our elephants with the opportunity to participate in natural behaviors, which is grazing, searching for food. These guys look for food all day long. So how many of you guys can tell me some of the items that you see out here? Go ahead and shout it out. What do you see?
Good.
Grapes, yes. Ice pops, yes.
Grass.
Ketchup, yep. Plants, yes. We've got some nice bamboo out here. How many of you guys like popsicles when it's hot in summertime? About everybody out there, yep. So we actually made what we call ice treats for our elephants. We've got one on each side here. And sometimes what we put in these ice treats, it can be lemonade, sometimes it's Kool-Aid, sometimes it's produce in frozen water. We can pretty much put anything in an ice treat that we want to give to our elephants. And they love those, especially when it's hot in summertime. So when we do enrichment presentations, we do love to bring out ice treats. You guys saw those grapes that were thrown out here. Do you guys think our elephants are going to be able to pick up those tiny grapes? Yeah? You guys are going to see that they've got this finger-like projection at the bottom of their trunk. It's really going to help them pick up even the tiniest pieces of food. Sometimes we even give them Cheerios, and they can still pick those up, which is pretty cool, right? All right, enough talking about enrichment. Who wants to see our elephants interact with the enrichment? All right, well, we're going to go ahead and open up the doors here and introduce you guys to our herd.
Elephants.
All right, everybody, can you guys say hello, elephants? How many of you guys think you know any of our elephants' names?
You don't know their names.
You know one of our elephants' names. What do you think it is? Shout it out. Yes, we do have an elephant named Rex. Rex is not out here today. Chandra, yes, Chandra is out here. Anybody else? Condola, yeah, Condola is actually in the barn right now. You guys know a lot of our herd members here. Well, I will go ahead and kind of point out who's who, just so you guys understand our herd a little bit. So I'm going to go all the way over here on the left side of the pavilion. On the far left over here is Chandra. I heard one of you guys shout out one of her names. Chandra is our herd leader. So she is our largest female. She's not our oldest, but she is our largest, and that makes her kind of the most in charge of all of our girls in our herd. She's kind of the leader. Now, how many of you guys remember what kind of elephants I said we have here at the zoo? You shout it out. Asian, that's right. So we have Asian elephants here at the zoo, and Asian elephants actually don't have a set matriarch to their herd like African elephants do, but they will often have a herd leader. Now she walked over to the other side now. But Chandra is our elephant herd leader. Now this elephant right here that has the short ivory tusks, this is Bowie. Can everybody say, hey, Bowie? Bowie came to us from Fort Worth Zoo, and he is now a member of our herd here, and he fits in really great. Now the elephant right behind Bowie, our smallest herd member right here in front, this is Rama. Can everybody say hello, Rama? How many of you guys think Rama is the cutest? A lot of you guys, yeah. Rama is our 2.5-year-old. She is our youngest herd member right now, but by next summer, she will not be the youngest herd member anymore. Do you guys know why? Okc is pregnant, and Okc is the elephant right to the right of Rama. She's sticking her trunk out here to get this bamboo. Okc is we say she's our oldest calf, although she's not really a calf anymore. She'll be a calf to us always, but she is our oldest calf, if you will, but she is expecting her first baby next July, which will be super exciting. And next to Okc, right here in the middle of these two elephants, is Asha. She's the one breaking the bamboo up here right now. Asha is the mom of our 3 calves that we have currently. She's Okc's mom. She's also Kairavi and Rama's mom, and Kairavi is the next one I'm going to introduce to you guys. All the way over here. This is Kairavi. Kairavi is going to be 6 years old in October. Kairavi is our middle-aged calf. Something that you guys might witness out here is a little bit of a hierarchy in the herd and some interesting herd dynamics. So you guys might want to watch out for our elephants' behavior while they're interacting with the enrichment. You guys might notice that Bowie and Chandra probably have the first pick over the enrichment that they want. They are 2 of the more dominant elephants in our herd. Like I said, Chandra is the herd leader. And then Bowie being a male, they have a lot of say and dictation in what goes on inside the herd. Okc here is kind of working on asserting her own level of dominance. She's kind of coming into an adulthood here, and she's going to be a mom next year, so she's kind of figuring out how to get what she wants, how to navigate her dominance herself. And then little Kairavi, who's probably in the back, there's a reason for that, right? So Kairavi, I said, is not our youngest calf, but she's our second to youngest calf right now. So Kairavi often is going to get probably the seconds, or maybe the last bits of the enrichment, but that's okay, because that's just part of the herd hierarchy, part of the herd dynamics. And she will, in time, have her chance to assert her own dominance too, especially when we have our new calf next summer. She'll get to, kind of be top dog with the little ones there for a little while too. All right, so I told you guys earlier that we have Asian elephants here at the zoo, as opposed to African elephants. Do you guys know the difference between Asian and African elephants? If you do, shout it out. There's a couple differences. I'll give you a hint. There's a couple differences. If you know any of them, go ahead and shout them out. Ears, yes. So if you look at their ears, our herd of Asian elephants has pretty small ears relative to the size of their body. And African elephants' ears are going to be much larger and actually be able to kind of fold over their shoulders a little bit. Any other ideas on what makes Asian elephants different from African elephants?
Asian elephants are smaller.
Yes, I heard it over there. Asian elephants are a little bit smaller. We've got some experts out here. Now, what do you guys think about their heads? You guys see how our Asian elephants have 2 domes on top of their head? An African elephant is actually going to have 1 smooth dome. Now, do you guys remember me talking about how they would use that finger-like projection at the bottom of their trunk to pick up the tiny little grapes? Well, an African elephant is going to have 2 of those. Asian elephants just have 1 on the top, and then the underside is actually flat. So you guys might look around at Asha over here and little Rama. They are actually grazing right now and picking up tiny pieces of the leftover ice treat, and Rama was actually just looking for those itty-bitty grape pieces too. So it's really interesting to see our elephants use their natural behaviors and their natural body parts to interact with their enrichment like this. Now, as you guys all know, it's super hot outside, right? Well, our elephants actually have lots of opportunity to monitor and increase or decrease their own internal body temperature. But I wanted to give you guys a fun fact. How many of you guys did not know that elephants don't sweat? Did anybody not know that? I did not know that before working here. But elephants actually don't sweat. So there are a couple different ways that they keep their bodies cool. Do you guys know how elephants keep their bodies cool? Water, yes. They have a big pool outside in their habitat that they love to swim in. You guys might have seen our elephants in the pool before. Any other ideas? Their ears, yes, absolutely. So they will flap their ears quite often, and that is going to help cool the body down, their blood down throughout their body. So you guys might be able to see on their ears, they actually have blood veins there, right? Their ear is the thinnest skin on their whole body. So when they flap their ears, the oxygen and air hits that thin skin and transfers and cools down that blood in those veins, and it transfers to the rest of their body. So actually when they're flapping, they're not just fanning themselves, they're circulating the cooler blood throughout their body, which is pretty cool, right? Do you guys know anything else that's really cool about the blood veins on their ears? Maybe with medical care? Any ideas?
You can categorize the ear.
Do you guys want me to just tell you? Okay, I'll just tell you guys. So we actually take their blood from their ears, which is super cool. They're all trained to give us voluntary blood collections, which is really great because, as you guys know, it's probably really, really hard to make an 8,000-pound animal do anything they don't want to do, right? So that's why training is super important in our barn also, because with training, we can actually help our elephants participate in their own health care, which is super cool. So by offering them food in exchange for them standing there holding their ear out for us, they're actually motivated to participate in training. And they can choose to walk away if they want, but most often they don't because they want the food and the snacks that we're giving them, right? How many of you guys are way more likely to do your chores if you get ice cream every time you do it? None of y'all? Okay. A couple of y'all. I would be way more likely to do things I don't want to do if I get ice cream. So that's kind of how it works with our elephants. We offer them lots of really great treats and food in exchange for their participation so that we can take care of them. Now it's really important for us to have a relationship with our elephants in training too, because if they don't trust us, then we're not going to be able to train them and take care of them the way that we want to. Alright, you guys, well that is going to wrap up the formal part of our presentation today. You guys can feel free to come down here and ask me and Nadia any question that you would like to. If not, have a great rest of your day here at the Okc City Zoo.